Hello and welcome to another episode of PaystreakTV. I'm your prospector Chris. We've done some stuff to the snail. Made it a heck of a lot easier for me. See there, we put some legs on it. My buddy Josh here, he welded me up some stuff. Went and bought a bilge pump so I could try to control my water flow, and now we've got control and flow and angle, and loving it so far. Looks like we're finally starting to get some of the kinks worked out. I tell you what, I'm going to get this adjusted right, and I'm going to start feeding this thing. See how fast it'll eat this bucket up. We only got about a half a bucket here. I don't have a lot of time tonight. So we're going to feed the newly modified powered snail, and we'll be back in a bit. Okay, we're back on PaystreakTV. Tell you what, I don't know if you can see this, but I really like what I'm seeing here now. It looks like my riffles are just filling up with really heavy stuff, instead of filling all the way up with dirt. So now it looks like I'm catching just the heaviest. At least that's what we hope is happening. Bilge pump is working great. This seems to be working really nice. I'm going to say I got less than 40 bucks in it now, and it's a mobile wash plant. I can get a big tote and fill that sucker up with water and do the stuff in my garage. I don't know if anything's getting out the back end there. I kind of hope not. But, well, hopefully if there's any gold in there, we trapped it up here in the front. I'm going to finish feeding this, and then we'll get to panning back in a bit. Alright, we're back on PaystreakTV. The modified snail actually worked pretty good. Actually, it worked great. See, we got like a really light cloth glove over the end of the bilge pump, trying to keep some of the crud out of it. Battery worked great. I don't know how far down it drained it, so I'm going to put a meter on it later and check that. But yeah, I ended up with about, maybe a tablespoon of black sand out of, I'd say half a bucket, half a 5-gallon bucket. So 2.5 gallons, about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more of black sand. Didn't find no gold though. Alright, we're back on PaystreakTV. You can see we set the snail back up. We're playing with angles a bit. We're trying to see where our happy medium is. I didn't have a lot of black sand in that other one. I went through my pile over there in my tailings just to see if I was missing anything, and there's a little bit getting through, and I'm concerned that maybe I was losing gold. So we're trying to lower angle a little bit and pointed our nozzle at that first riffle to kind of spread it out a bit. And we're gonna, I got another little bit here we're gonna run through, and then we'll go home. Yeah, there it is. I'd like to keep more of my black sand than what I did the last time, just in case, but we're still playing with this thing. It's totally experimental still, even with all the wires and gadgets coming off of it now. But we're going to finish this up so we can pan this down, and if there's anything in there, we'll show it to you. Back in a bit. Alright, welcome back to PaystreakTV. We played with some angles a little bit. And I don't know, it's kind of dark. It's hard to see, but looks like we kept a lot more heavies that time. I can see a whole bunch of black sand in my riffles here, going almost all the way down. I'm not sure I like that very much, but you know, for experimental purposes, that looks much better than that first round that I ran. So it's getting real late now, and wife's gonna be really mad at me because I ran an extra bucket. I'm gonna hurry up and clean this out. Okay, and we're back. That seemed to be the trick. Playing with the angles. You set that sucker to the point where you're catching heavies, and yet the gravel's still making its way out. Once you get to that angle, you're good. See there, I got a whole pile of heavies. I've been panning for a couple minutes. Prospecting. Looking for gold. Really? Yeah. I find more gold here than anywhere else I go. Funny. Park walking people. They think I'm nuts. Yeah, we strapped the backbone to the snail. Put a set of legs on there with stabilizer. Put a bilge pump and a battery in my bag. I'm saying that's a pretty good prospecting tool right there. But you know what? We're running out of light, so we're gonna finish this up. And glaciers. The glaciers from Canada when they came down. It's yellow. Yeah. And we're back on PaystreakTV. I got them all three laid out there, right under my green light. 1, 2, 3. We got that snail dialed just right. We were catching just enough black sand, and we were letting pretty much the garbage go. Took a little bit. That's out of 2 gallons of classified material. We had already done, I'd say 2.5 gallons before, and I don't think we had it quite right because we weren't keeping enough. So I sure am glad we did another bucket. That's awesome. Can't wait to get that thing out on Mohican. We're gonna pack this up and get out of here, and we'll be back in the gold room so we can look at that. We're back in the gold room, and we actually have some gold. There they are, 3 little specks. Well, 2 specks and a really small flake. How about you give me that? But really happy with the way the snail worked, with a bilge pump and a little itty bitty battery. It's not extremely heavy. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get a backpack though. But yeah, very pleased. So happy we decided to run a little bit more and try to mess around with that and try to get that catching more of the black sand, and by golly, it worked. We're going to Mohican this weekend. I'm gonna bring it along there and really put it to the test. Very, very pleased. So there you have it. Snail's getting better and better, and I'm thinking it's going to get better as the more I use it and figure that thing out. Awesome. Alright, we're going to leave it at that. Thanks for watching. Join us for another episode of PaystreakTV. I'm Chris. See ya.